Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's bird video, doing weekend forecast for today's bird video. So as always on a Saturday, we're having a look at the weather for the weekend. I shall get up with that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video release today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We have also released the EC42 day. I've got a 10 to 14 day coming up later on today as well. We'll combine that with a little mini storm watch as well, I think. So check out all of today's videos and content. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Thank you so much to the Weather Outlook and also to Vector for supplying the charts. Amazing, incredible. Thank you so much to and Vector for the data. Right, well, we're going to be charting the end of the heat wave with this weekend forecast. So let's get, shall we? We're going to begin with the radar from the Weather Outlook. So we've had some showers across parts of northern England today, generally scattered, but a few have been around. And we've got some shower rain into western Scotland and also into Northern Ireland, with another band of rain coming into the far northwest of Scotland, still out in the Atlantic. That one. That's the cold front. That's the first cold front. That is eventually going to bring an end to this heat wave. Much of England and Wales has been dry. Good morning, hot and sunny, and will stay that way into the afternoon. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart. The Omega high, the blocking high that we've been hearing so much about over the past few days, is finally weakening and slipping eastwards, starting to allow lower pressure, not low pressure yet, but lower pressure, to start moving in from the Atlantic and just generally to develop in situ over the country. So, for the rest of today, most places are going to stay dry with plenty of hot sunshine. There will be exceptions, so we've already established there could be a few showers through parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, with a band of more general rain moving into the far northwest Scotland by the end of the afternoon. Much of England and Wales will stay dry, but scattered thunderstorms are likely to develop through Wales, Midlands, up into parts of eastern England, Lincolnshire, for example, and into the far south of northern England. Much of central, southern and southeastern England will stay dry, hot and sunny, though. It really is going to be another remarkably hot day for the time of year. In fact, temperatures probably peaking today. This could well be the peak of the heat wave. Widespread temperatures in the north from around 21 to 27, and in the south from around 28, 29 to 31 or 32. 32 is 19 Fahrenheit. Locally, some parts of central London, for example, maybe central Cambridge, those sort of areas might see temperature going higher than 32, so possibly 33, maybe even 34 is possible this afternoon. That's going to around 93 Fahrenheit, so an exceptionally hot afternoon for the time of the year. Absolutely historic. Now, overnight tonight, we'll see many of those showers fading out very quickly into the evening. Much of the country will be dry, hot, steamy again tonight, but we will have that band of rain into the far north and west of Scotland, becoming a little bit heavier through the night, and by the end of the night, some heavy showers and thunderstorms probably arriving in parts of southwest England and into southern parts of Wales as well. It's going to be a very, very warm night, exceptionally warm and hot for the time of the year. Temperatures widely holding up between 15 and 20. Again, some of the city centres like central London, like Birmingham, Cambridge, those sort of areas, again, might see the temperature holding up at 21, 22, 23 degrees. Tropical night tonight, very uncomfortable for sleeping once again, unfortunately. And then into Sunday, where pressure is weakening further across the country. So we start off with those heavy showers and thunderstorms through southwestern England, South Wales. They'll gradually push northwards across England and Wales through the morning. Very scattered in nature, so most places will miss them. They'll be very hit and miss in nature. But as those storms may get into northern England, Northern Ireland and southern Scotland into the afternoon, they will pep up and become more widespread. So into the afternoon, there could be some torrential and quite severe thunderstorms through parts of North Wales, northern England, Northern Ireland, and also southern Scotland. Central Scotland stays mostly dry, and then that cold front remains in the far north and northwest of Scotland, bringing further outbreaks of rain through there. Much of the south and southeast will stay dry again on Sunday with sunny spell, but an increasing cloud compared to recent days. Temperatures generally down by a couple of degrees, but still very warm for the time of year, ranging for around 18 to 27, something like that. Across East Anglia, South East England, the temperature could still reach 30 degrees actually tomorrow afternoon, which is 86 in Fahrenheit. The final end of this heat wave starts to take place on Monday as a cold front moves southwards across the country. So the overnight thunderstorms from sunny into Monday will clear off into the North Sea from northeast of eastern Scotland. Then we'll find that band of rain coming southwards through Scotland to Northern Ireland, becoming patchier in nature as it does so. And ahead of it, across England and Wales, we will probably generate more heavy showers and thunderstorms into Monday afternoon. And they could become quite widespread, even across more southern parts of the country, actually, into Monday afternoon and Monday evening. Still very warm across England and Wales. Temperatures again ranging from around, say, 22, 23, 27, 27, 81 in Fahrenheit. Turning cooler though for Scotland, temperatures there ranging from around 13 to 18 degrees in Scotland and Northern Ireland, much closer to average for the time of the year. Now that cold front might get stuck across central parts of England and pep up into Tuesday. A little bit of uncertainty about this, but we could see the heavy showers and thunderstorms merging into longer spells of rain through Wales, the Midlands and Northern England on Monday night. And into Tuesday, we could keep quite a bit of rain going through parts of Wales, the Midlands and also East Anglia and Lincolnshire. To the south of that, probably still holding on to the very warm air, but with risk of some thunderstorms. And Scotland, Northern Ireland and eventually Northern England will be turning drier in the course of Tuesday with bright or sunny spells. Temperatures generally much cooler all the way down to Wales and the Midlands by Tuesday, only ranging from around 13 to 19, which is about average for time of the year. In the south, though, we might still get the temperature up to 25 in the far southeast corner. That's 77 in Fahrenheit. That cold front will push through the whole of the country on Tuesday night. A little ridge of high pressure building through Wednesday within cooler air. So a mostly dry day on Wednesday. Could be some wet weather in the south to begin with, but most of that should get out of the way, I think. And then we're looking at a main dry day with bright or sunny spells coming through. And temperatures across the board will be about average from around 13 to 19. And possibly quite a chilly night, actually, on Thursday night where skies are clear. The next area of low pressure starts moving in from off the Atlantic into Thursday. So Thursday might start off mostly dry and a little bit on the cool side, but cloud and outbreaks of rain spreading in from the north and west into northern and western regions on Thursday. The south and southeast might stay mostly dry. Temperatures again close to average 13 to 19. The far southeast corner not all that far away from warmth over on the continent, so always a chance that temperature might be a little bit higher in that extreme southeastern corner. Low pressures across the country through into Friday, so quite a lot of uncertainty about the weather for the end of the week, but expect increasing risk of rain developing across the country, I think, and some of that rain could be quite heavy initially in the north and west, where maybe by the end of Friday coming into more southern counties if we start moving the area of low pressure up from the south. Temperatures again much closer to average 13 to 19, and then into the weekend where we might start bringing up an area of low pressure from the south, and that will take the focus then of the wet weather into more southern parts of it. So England and Wales might get a very wet day on Saturday, and then that gets out of the way, and this area of low pressure could then bring wet and windy weather in from off the Atlantic for Sunday. There is a lot of uncertainty about the end of the week and weekend though, so just watch your space. If all of this does happen, then temperatures will be, of course, quite a lot cooler. Okay, to go through charts for the round. Also, a mostly dry, hot day today, but there could be 1 or 2 scattered thunderstorms around. Storms, particularly in the north tomorrow. Still very warm in that far southeastern corner. And then into Monday, when a band of rain coming south in the northern half of the country, thunderstorms could develop ahead of that, temperature cooling down into Tuesday. Yes, you're looking at wet weather through the central swathe of the country. Still very warm in the southeast corner, but generally cooler in most parts of the country. A drier, cooler day for all areas on Wednesday. And then through Thursday and Friday, it's a case of watching those outbreaks of rain coming back in from off the Atlantic. Notice the southeast corner on Friday, still see the temperature around 25 degrees. We are really not far away from the warmth in that extreme southeastern corner. We are talking about south and east of London for this, I think. But we might bring some warmth into that extreme southeast corner still at the end of the week. But overall, most places are cooling down and turning much more unsettled as the week progresses. So the end of the heat wave is in sight. In summary, we're starting off very hot today, in fact probably the peak of the heat wave today, but after today's hour of wave, temperatures will be slowly day by day edging down, and it will be turning more unsettled as well, initially with risk of thunderstorms, and then through into the second half of next week in particular, wet weather coming in from off the Atlantic and moving up from the south could bring some very wet conditions by next weekend. We're going to be back shortly with your 10 to 14 there and a mini storm watch. Come back for that video a little bit later on for weekend forecast. So this week, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.